Today, I'm bringing my top 5 dinosaur figures that I've been reviewing so far in this channel in order to find the best one out of all of them. Each dinosaur comes with its own health bar going against each other, and every time they have something much worse compared to the other guy that I'm comparing to, it will lose its health slowly. The very first dinosaur to lose out of all those 5 will be in the very top 5 list on number 5, and the last one survives will belong to top 1. So now let's go and see who I chose the best one out of all these top 5 figures that I've been reviewing so far in my channel.
Just wanted to take a few moments to say thank you for helping me to reach 1,000 subs. It was all possible due to all of my subscribers' support and the viewers here who haven't subscribed either, but please do consider subscribing for any further better and improved contents that I'll be constantly uploading in this channel for years and years. So yeah. So, this is the health bar that I'm going to use for this competition. There are 5 different sections. First, we're going to compete the figures with sculpting. Secondly, color. Thirdly, size. Fourthly, articulation. And finally, with gimmick. So, round 1, we have this Dinosaurs in a Wild Feathered T-Rex and Walking with Dinosaurs Ultimate Gorgosaurus. So, sculpting between these two. If we have a look to the Feathered T-Rex first, the sculpting's really nicely done. Nicely textured. It's made out of plastic for sure, but because of the color scheme, I think it seems like it's made out of wood and looks really solid, and it actually is solid, probably the most solid dinosaur figure I have. But thing is, it's quite heavy, so it's kind of fragile. But yeah, really nicely done feathered sculpting everywhere. You know, the muscle definition's really nicely done too. The teeth is actually quite sharp, but at the same time it's fragile, so very few parts already came broken a bit secondhand. The teeth over here at the bottom of the jaw, but generally it's really nicely done. I really do love the texture on this thing. It's extremely unique in my opinion, because I haven't seen any other T-Rex that actually looks like this kind of sweet potato, but it's really cool. Even at the bottom of the feet over here, everything's sculpted really nicely. Another muscle definition to the tail. Not much of a sculpting in the tail, honestly, but really nicely patterned and textured skin areas. So I'll give this a point for a sculpting. But giving a point on sculpting doesn't necessarily mean this T-Rex will win against Gorgosaurus, because this thing also has one of the best sculpting out of all the dino collection I had, which is the reason why I chose this guy in my top 5, definitely. Really nice. But very classic and well-known Gorgosaurus from Walking with Dinosaurs. Walking with Dinosaur series. Yeah, the nose really nicely sculpted. The teeth, and the T-Rex is actually better when it comes to the teeth sculpting, because this is more like a rounded shape, not sharp enough to look realistic. But tongue is much nicely done on this guy. And also has an ear and that cool Gorgosaurus unique spiky element at the top of the eye over here. You know, the rough texture all the way to the neck, and the body of this Ultimate Gorgosaurus is made out of solid rubber, almost like a Red Rex, but it's more durable, the material on this thing. But still, really nicely done. This rough texture, real feel texture, even all the way to the tail. There's little to no difference when it comes to, you know, I cannot really tell if the material they used on tail and the body and the head is actually different due to its color scheme. The color scheme is really well done, even though they use different material for the body. The rest of its parts of the body as well. Rest are made out of all plastic, really nicely sculpted. Little to no difference when it comes to like visual effect on this guy, like visual appearance. Really nice. And the bottom of the feet also, just like the feathered T-Rex, is really nicely done, nicely done weathering, like dirt kind of thing, you know. Really nice. I do like it. At the bottom of the tail as well, you see all those muscle definitions on this figure as well, and the wrinkles as well. Really nice. I love this figure. The downside of my figure is that the jaw is kind of, attached quite, it's odd. It's not on the right place. It's not in the center. It's kind of odd. But yeah, this is something else compared to the Feather T-Rex in my opinion. So when it comes to sculpting, I'll give this guy a point instead of the Feather T-Rex. Now, color scheme. It's definitely a win for Gorgosaurus in my opinion. Because bringing the T-Rex again, like, it's really cool, both of them. I assume this T-Rex is more of a calm, like, color scheme, if you know what I mean. It's more, there's little to no bright colors, right? The only bright color you can see is the teeth, the claws, the eye. That's it. Rest of them is dark themed, brown and darkish brown, black for the tail. This Gorgosaurus, no, it's extremely bright compared to this T-Rex. Like metallic green, white, dark green, like almost like pinkish inner jaw and tongue, just like this T-Rex. It's really cool. And for a, figure collector like me, I'm a type of person to prefer a brighter color, to make it more unique compared to the other ones. Yes, I do love scientifically accurate color schemed dinosaur figures, but I cannot really tell that the Feather T-Rex that I just shown on the video comparing to this guy is actually scientifically accurate, because I've never seen T-Rex by myself in real life and nobody else did. And I cannot assure that is scientific, if that is actually a scientifically accurate T-Rex, but it definitely has its own charm. But still, color scheme wise, I give Gorgosaurus a win. Now, size. When it comes to size, I think they're almost the same, actually. The Gorgosaurus has its tail curved inwards a lot. And comparing the size together, I know my arms are in the way, but this thing's really hard to hold. But they're actually exactly the same size, lengthwise. Height-wise, Gorgosaurus is much taller when you articulate its legs, more upwards and stuff. They're actually the same size, actually. Quite cool thing. So, size, yeah, I don't think anyone deserves a win or lose here. So, yeah. Articulation-wise, yes, Gorgosaurus definitely for the win. Much more articulated stuff. The neck rotates, the head rotates side to side, the jaw moves, all these joints you see on the leg as well. It's ball jointed at the thigh, ball jointed tail. But this T-Rex, no. Movable jaw, the forearm only moves forwards and backwards. Not much articulated. Leg as well just moves forwards and backwards. The tail same, side to side. Gorgosaurus for the win, obviously, much more articulated, just like the Hammond collection. Gimmick? I'm sorry, T-Rex, but Gorgosaurus wins again. When you press the button at the top and hear this thing roars, there's no sound features, no any other gimmick besides articulation for T-Rex as well. So yeah, between these two, Gorgosaurus is the winner. Now, next round, we have the Hybrid Level 40 Hasbro's Indominus Rex compared to the Kenner Thresher T-Rex. I really do both of it, and I'm really glad this Indominus Rex can stand on its own. Because the first round, both Gorgosaurus and the Feather T-Rex from Dinosaurs in the Wild, they cannot balance on their own. It was a pain in the ass, honestly, to hold them. Here it is. Okay, so sculpting, I would definitely say, the problem is the material between these two. This is made out of, like, polyester fiber or something's rubber. But still really nicely sculpted wrinkles and pattern for the stomach part and the tail as well. Not much at the top I would give, but still nicely sculpted wrinkles, like real feel texture that it actually has from the old Kenner. The sculpting on the Indominus Rex is also really nicely done. And I'm pretty sure Hasbro could have done much better because they used plastic. And I think it's actually much harder to use these rubbery material to get all those tiny wrinkles done, because figure company nowadays would not be able to do like these old Kenner style figure nowadays. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the detail on this hybrid Indominus Rex could have been much better. So yeah, sculpting wise, I will give it to this Thresher T-Rex. And now, when we get to the color, really nice and green tiger-like black pattern for this Thresher T-Rex as well. Really nicely done. Jurassic Park 3 version. Really nice. I do love the color scheme. But on the other hand, Looking at the Indominus Rex, bright, amazing, metallic gold, red, gray, black, white, red, and another like pinkish red inside the jaw and things. Really nice. I do love this Indominus Rex more when it comes to color scheme. As I told you in the previous round with Gorgosaurus, I'm a type of collector who prefers bright color compared to the darker colors, because just to make it look a bit more fancy in my opinion. And yeah, straight reason why Indominus wins for the color. Next we have size. Obviously Indominus Rex is much bigger. It's much taller. Lengthwise, it's actually near to no difference. Indominus Rex is much taller in size, but considering the length is almost there's near to no difference in length, still means Indominus is much taller and bigger generally. So when it comes to displaying one of these on the shelf, I would prefer Thresher T-Rex to display on shelf, because it's much smaller, like it's shorter lengthwise, even though lengthwise it's almost the same. Not going to take as much space like this Indominus does. So this Thresher T-Rex is still quite a big figure, so but it will take less space than the Indominus Rex, I think. When it comes to the articulation, I will go with Thresher T-Rex, I think. Yeah, I'll go with Thresher T-Rex. You know why? Because it's made out of rubber material. This thing has Thresher gimmick when you move the tail side to side, and you have this amazing gimmick to open the jaw as well, solid. You can generally try to move it wherever you want, especially the tail area and things. It's rubbery, it's more durable. You can move the head side to side. This one, you cannot move the head side to side. Of course, it moves upwards and backwards like that. Most of the articulation, all of the articulation this guy has is that it can only move forwards and backwards, no matter when it comes to the articulation to the leg, the arm, the head, and jaw and things. This thing can move side to side. This thing, you can move the arms, legs, forwards and backwards as well, just like the Indominus Rex. Same goes with the jaw. But this thing also can move side to side due to its thrashing action, so this, I think, is much better when it comes to articulation. And finally, when it comes to the gimmick, this is the part where we can decide the winner, but I will have to go with Hybrid Indominus Rex. Yes, this T-Rex has cool gimmick, thrashing action. I just showed you this gimmick to pull the head up, and it stays solid on its place. Yes, really cool, old style, those old school figures. But this Hybrid Indominus Rex is just really cool. Though mine is actually kind of broken, that the feature doesn't work properly. But when you get one new in box or something that doesn't have any issue like mine, when you pull this leg certain times, it will make a noise, move its jaw on its own. Really cool feature that Hasbro ever made out of all their Jurassic World figures. And this is my opinion. This has to be the best Hasbro's figure that they ever released. Yes, the Thresher T-Rex also does not have a sound like this Indominus Rex. So clearly, in my opinion, the gimmick goes to this Indominus Rex. So he is the winner between these two. Now bringing one of the round 1 loser and the new guy, the Cano Red Rex, with dinosaurs in a wild feather T-Rex again. So this thing has a hard time balancing, so really unfortunate. So yes, sculpting. Oh yes, there we go, T-Rex. Okay, it started to balance a bit now. Okay. Sculpting. I think I'll give it to it's such a hard decision, actually. I think I'll give it to Cano Red Rex. Yes, the detail on this T-Rex, feather T-Rex, is actually impressive. It actually is. But without any feather stuffs, this would have been definitely a lose when it comes to sculpting. Yes, this Red Rex does not have any feather, because classic T-Rex that we are well known of from Jurassic Park. Polyester fiber, 100% that it's made out of. Really nicely done wrinkle, some muscle definition as well. it's just generally really nice and stuff. And the detail between these two, yeah, I mean, I do like the other. I have much more stuff that I prefer on the Red Rex than this feathered one. And nextly, we have color to compare. I'm giving it to Red Rex again because, you know, it's much more classic looking. It's simplistic, bright-ish and dark-ish at the same time, because it's not such a like bright red, but it's definitely brighter than this feathered T-Rex, which I prefer. Size, I'm giving it to this feathered T-Rex though, because it's much more, should I say durable? Doesn't make sense. It gives you much more space to display on your shelf. This Red Rex is too big compared to this guy over here. Plus, this guy over here, it has curved tail but downwards, which doesn't make any sense actually, because that would have broke their bones actually. Tailbone. Yeah. Articulation. Yeah, I mean, this feather T-Rex should win. I mean, even though this Red Rex is made out of rubbery material, polyester fiber, and the fact that you can, rotate the neck in any direction you want, that's gonna deal a damage to the material and could possibly lead your figure to getting ripped over time and even losing the color, getting scuffs from all those black washes or, pattern that it has on top of the figure. Just be careful with when you articulate the Red Rex. And I truly mean it. But yeah, articulation, this feather T-Rex wins. So sculpting, color, Red Rex win. Size and articulation, feather T-Rex win. And lastly, gimmicks, the one who decides its winner. Gimmick, yes, Red Rex, of course. The Red Rex has a sound feature as well. But not just roaring sound, it also has a stomping noise that it's capable of making. And this guy, besides better articulation, not much to say when it comes to the gimmick compared to the Red Rex. This thing doesn't have a sound, it's just like a wood kind of material looking solid piece T-Rex. I really do like this T-Rex, don't get me wrong, that's why this is in my top 5 list out of all the dinosaur figure I have in my collection. I really do like this figure, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Red Rex has to be the winner between these two actually, so kind of unfortunate for this guy for keep losing in the very first competition as well. But yeah, let's see. Next, we are bringing the two losers from the first game over here to compete with each other. So here it is. Really cool. Do like both of this figure. Really cool. Sculpting, I'm giving a win to this feather T-Rex. Yes, there are nice wrinkles at the bottom of the figure as well, really nice. Yes, I definitely see a lot of effort was put into the sculpting for Thresher T-Rex as well. But that's only when the bottom part of the figure is visible. When you look at it from the top, the side, you can just definitely see this feather T-Rex has much more detail due to its feather and stuff. Really nice, and when you touch the figures, if you have both of them, you can feel the much more stuff with this feather T-Rex compared to the Thresher one. I know the Thresher has the real feel texture, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has a lot better sculpting. So that's why I'm giving this feather T-Rex a win. Color scheme, definitely Thresher T-Rex because of course I said aforementioned, brighter color I prefer. Size, feather T-Rex, smaller, much better to put on your shelf. Articulation, I think I'll... besides the thrashing action, I want to give it to the feather T-Rex. Yeah, I'm giving it to the feather T-Rex. Because besides the thrashing action, the legs can only move forwards and backwards. Same for this guy, but it has double jointed, leg articulation, including the feet here. And now that I look at it, the feet, looks more like a chicken compared to the other Rex figures I have, and I really do like that bird-like looking feet now that I look at it again. So yeah, really cool. Gimmick, yes, I'm giving it to Thresher T-Rex because it has much better fun and enjoyable thrashing gimmick between these two, but still the winner is the feather T-Rex as it won in sculpting, size, and articulation. So yeah, the number 5 will be the Thresher T-Rex. Nice, still love this guy. You deserve to be in top 5, Thresher. Now the 4 winners will have to compete each other again in the second game. We have Gorgosaurus, we have the Hybrid Indominus Rex, we have Kenna Rex, Red Rex, the Thresher one, yeah, in number 5 now, and then this Feather T-Rex again. So first, we're gonna make our lovely Gorgosaurus and then Hybrid Indominus Rex compete with each other. Really cool stuff, and I do love this guy. See how gigantic he is. I love that guy, bro. Okay, Gorgosaurus, let's go. Love this Gorgosaurus too. Really cool. Sculpting, I'm giving it to Gorgosaurus. Indominus Rex has its sculpting, it's really nice, but I don't know, maybe because it looks way too glossy for me, like these plastic pieces, it just, makes it look a bit cheap, you know what I mean? Man, I'm getting a lot of tongue twisters today, bro. I woke up like an hour ago or something, but yeah, here it is. The sculpting just seems much better. Wrinkle, all these tiny, you see detail on this thing? Do you see it? Like, really cool. I don't know if my camera would let me focus, but you see all these tiny details. Indominus doesn't have this. Like, it doesn't have this. All this wrinkle. No, Indominus doesn't has this amount of detail, just like this Gorgosaurus. So definitely a win for this guy. Color scheme. Wow, 2 bright colors, and wow, that's a hard choice. I just love this Gorgosaurus because, like, the color green kind of refreshes your eye whenever, your eyeball hurts and stuff. Yeah, that's such a hard decision. They both have metallic color, metallic green on this guy, metallic gold, and Indominus, but I still do prefer green over gold. I'm giving it to Gorgosaurus. I just love the color scheme on this Gorgosaurus more. And it's green, refreshes my eye every time I look at it. Indominus, yes, it's really cool, but it's just too much color for me, honestly. Size, Gorgosaurus, again, because it's much smaller, and it's much a better put to be on your shelf, because you can articulate this guy and kind of make it somehow a little bit, shorter than usual, and kind of curve the tails in some direction to make more space for yourself as well. And yeah, the next one, articulation. Yes, obviously Gorgosaurus wins. You see the amount of not detail the joints it has. Much better than Indominus. Lastly, gimmick. Gimmick goes to Indominus Rex. Yeah, the chomping action thing's extremely cool. Mine is just broken that I cannot show you, but yeah, still the win is Gorgosaurus. Really cool. And Gorgosaurus is my all-time favorite. So yeah. Nextly, we're gonna bring the Red Rex and the Feathered T-Rex. Both are amazing, The evolution here, the very first dinosaur and the appearance of T-Rex that we were aware of now changed to the feather ones. But nowadays, the feathered T-Rex is kind of put it to the side in a trash bin. It probably had a really tiny amount of hair on top of the head or some shit, but not as this much, like you see on this guy. But still pretty cool how it's evolutionary. Sculpting, I prefer... I'm gonna be honest, I prefer the Red Rex over this feathered one. Still nicely done wrinkle and missile definition for the can of Red Rex, even though it's made out of polyester fiber. This feathered T-Rex, yes, definitely solid. Everything is in solid plastic piece, but much more detail it has into it as well when it comes to feather. But generally, the Red Rex has much better sculpting in my opinion, But yeah, color scheme, I do like the Red Rex better. Red, classic. I know this guy also has reddish brown color scheme, but that doesn't mean I prefer this guy. I love the brighter colored themed figures much more than the darker ones. Size. Yeah. Thing is, I actually like bigger figures. I like massive figures. The problem is, you cannot easily put it on your shelf. Considering that, I think this Feather T-Rex deserves a win when it comes to size, even though I'm the type of person to dig and, I have this holy grail figures when it comes to the gigantic figures. Like, 30 centimeter tall figures nowadays look small to me since I started to own like 50 centimeter, 60 centimeter tall kaiju figures. But yeah. Articulation, yes, Feather T-Rex is better. The gimmick, Red Rex. It has a sound feature, stomping action, not action, it has a stomping sound feature as well. A monkey roaring sound. This one doesn't have any sound. So Red Rex wins, as it won in sculpting, color, and gimmick. So yeah. Number 4. Nope, we actually have to compare with Indominus Rex and this Feather T-Rex, a competition between the second game losers. Okay, sculpting, I'll say Feather T-Rex is better. Color, Indominus Rex because it's brighter. Size, yes, this Feather T-Rex. You see it's much smaller than the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex is just gigantic. I think it has to be one of the biggest dinosaur figure I have in my collection. Articulation, Feather T-Rex. Gimmick, Indominus Rex is much better. So, still Feather T-Rex wins as it won in sculpting, size, and articulation. So yeah, Indominus Rex is now placed in my top 4. Number 4. Still, congratulations to Indominus Rex for being in my top 5 list. So now, third game, we're close to the end. Now the 3 winners are Gorgosaurus, and the Feathered T-Rex, and the Red Rex. We only have top 3 figures available to find the best one out of all the top 5 dino collection that I've selected. So, what should we compare first? Why not? Oh wow, these two are wait, are they competing again? The Feather T-Rex and the Gorgosaurus? Yes, the very first gamers have now joined again to see, to get the 3rd place out of top 5. Okay, really cool. Sculpting, I would say Gorgosaurus is better. Color scheme, Gorgosaurus, it's much brighter. Size, they're near to no difference as I aforementioned, so that's a tie. Articulation, Gorgosaurus is much better, much more articulated, near to the same as Hammond Collection. Lastly, the gimmick, Gorgosaurus is the winner. This thing has a sound feature, this one doesn't. So yeah, congratulations, Gorgosaurus. You have survived. So yes, now we have to compare it with the Red Rex. Who is gonna be in the 3rd place? Let's see. I'm really not sure who's gonna be the winner. But yeah, here it is. Sculpting. Okay. Red Rex. Okay. Color. Red Rex. Size. Feather T-Rex. Articulation. Feather T-Rex. Gimmick. Red Rex. Though some of the dinosaurs are competing with the exact same guy that I've previously compared in the previous game, or round, should I say, it doesn't mean I will have the exact same opinion. As the winners, the amount of players I will call gets smaller and smaller, the decision has to be more straight, forward, and make sure that I do not regret my choice. So yeah, things might change, but I think this one remains the same. The Red Rex has to be the winner. So congratulations for Feather T-Rex for staying and getting to number 3 in top 5. So currently in my top 5 list, number 5, we have Thresher T-Rex. Number 4, we have Hybrid Indominus Rex. Thirdly, we have the Feather T-Rex. Now for the top 2 and 1. Who is gonna be the winner? This has to be the best moment out of this whole competition content that I made. This is why I made this content. I really wanted to, share my process of choosing my top 1 dino figure. Over here. Wow, such a hard decision. Sculpting. honestly, when it comes to the head sculpt and stuff, I prefer Gorgosaurus. Just the amount of detail it has is crazy on this guy. The texture. Red Rex doesn't have this. I'm trying to make unbiased opinion, and I am making unbiased opinion because I wasn't even an existing person when this thing was released. I'm younger than this guy, so yeah. And yeah, over here, I'm sculpting Gorgosaurus. I'm giving it to Gorgosaurus. Sorry, Red Rex. Color. I really do. I love red. I do love green as well. What's more beautiful, in my opinion, to see, like, for a action figure, like visualization, Gorgosaurus. Yes, I'm giving the color to Gorgosaurus. Size, Gorgosaurus, much smaller, and you can possibly make it smaller due to its better articulation, which is the next section. Articulation, Gorgosaurus. Gimmick, Red Rex. They both have sound feature. This thing only roars. This thing has roaring sound feature as well as the stomping action feature thing. So yeah, Gorgosaurus takes the first place out of my top 5 dino collection, and Kenna Red Rex gets the second place. So yeah, congratulations for both of you. Wow. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations again, Gorgosaurus, for taking my number 1 spot out of all the top 5 dinosaur collection that I have in my shelf. I still do love this guy. I did a review with this guy a couple months ago when I was in Australia. Please do check it out if you haven't. And yeah, still congrats to all of the other dinosaurs who were actually managed to get in my top 5 list. Very impressive figures, and I do love all of them. I love every figures that I have, which is the reason why I collect them and buy them. Doesn't make sense if I buy any other figures that I hate, right, or dislike. So yeah, anyways guys, that was that has to be the longest video that I ever recorded on my YouTube. This was a top 5 dino competition to find out who the best one is. Apparently the Gorgosaurus is the winner. Thanks again for the 1K sub. And yeah guys, I'll be constantly uploading in this channel. I'm just enjoying this journey with you guys, just collecting and being able to share my collection with you guys. Such an awesome thing. And when it comes to reaching, a couple extra Ks, like 2K, 3K later in the future, I'm definitely trying to do a giveaway to oversee as well. So yeah, please do stay tuned with my channel, upcoming videos. Not everything will be dinosaur related videos, but still stay tuned. And yeah, we'll come back with another review.
In Blendverse we trust, joy with every bust. Action figures in a row, bringing smiles as they glow. Superheroes on the shelf, each one made with love. Unboxing magic every week, happiness we always seek. Living in a toy land, Blendverse seeks our hand. Exploring every brand, action figures so grand.